and welcome back. Smackdown is on the air. Beautiful Dave Easton with you here as DiBiase's now got a ladder and is on top of it. He said a few weeks ago he would be here. He wants to be a champion, and in 3 nights he will become one. Well, he's got to beat 5 other men to do that. If he can climb on Sunday and reach the title, he will become the first non-stop wrestling champion. And he's saying he feels sorry for the 5 other men in the match. He will stand on top of the ladder with the belt, and it will always be like always, the rich at the top and the poor at the bottom. Strong words from DiBiase. I'm sure the 5 other men in the match will have things to say about that though. Sunday Night Unforgiven. As up next, it's a rematch from last week's Smackdown. It is Kings of Wrestling, Antonio Cesaro and Cassius Uno takes on Matt Walker and Wade Barrett, who we now are called Doom, apparently. They attacked Kings of Wrestling in an interview last week after him being defeated by them, and earlier today they've said their tag name is Doom because it's doom for the rest of the tag team division. Wade Barrett, the Englishman, Matt Walker, very confident individuals. They'll be looking to get the win back off Kings of Wrestling after last week. This tag team division is starting to really hot up now, especially with the spotlight. Obviously tag team champions O'Shea Jackson, Danny Jackpot. Also they take on the Shield at the pay-per-view at Unforgiven. As here comes the Kings of Wrestling, Antonio Cesaro and Cassius Uno. Got their win in their debut match on Smackdown here last week, and after being attacked in the interview afterwards, asked for the rematch, which our GM was happy to give. And you would think a win for Kings of Wrestling here may put them in the #1 contendership for whoever wins the tag match on Sunday night. As off we go, Barrett and Cesaro start the match. As you see, I'm sure the Shield and the Spotlight will be watching on in this one, as Kings of Wrestling showed very well last week that they were main tag team to be with here in non-stop wrestling. It'd be interesting to see how it would go up against, especially against the other teams. But there's a lot riding on Sunday night as well. Remember, every championship will be decided, apart from the hardcore title, which is being defended tonight, coming up later on, when the champion, the Fallen, takes on Edgar. That is coming up. Barrett into the corner, hard whip into the corner. Here comes the double team. Has worked really well so far for Kings of Wrestling. Drop toe hold into the elbow drop. Perfect tag team wrestling. Look at this. Matt wrestling moves. Cesaro takes him over, drops down, submission move locked in. This has worked a few times for Superstars tonight, but Matt Walker straight in, knows what's happening, and straight in to break up in, and then big clothesline from Barrett, and the belly to belly overhead suplex. And it looks like the tide has changed in this one. Barrett tags in, now tag team from Doom. Walker, big crossbody doesn't keep Cesaro down. Look at that. That's disrespect. Just bang it like a slap across the face, like a back of the head, sorry. As SmackDown continues, we'll be straight back. Editing reasons, we need to cut a bit of this match out. Here we go. We're back. And we're now outside the ring. Cesaro thrown back in as Barrett. What's happening here? Both Barrett and Walker. And Barrett hung up by Cesaro on the outside. That was a bit silly. Barrett just sort of taunting Cesaro. Not going to work on this occasion. Oh, and it looked like he was going for a big move there, which was cut off by Walker. Walker throws Cesaro back in the ring. And Ono having it on the outside, trying to get involved. Now throws Barrett straight into Cesaro. Bit of miscommunication there, I think. But now Barrett back inside the ring. And a big belly throw. Oh, and there it is. European uppercut. That is what he's put opponents away with before. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we can put this in the books. It is. Walker didn't break the count up. And that is a win for Kings of Wrestling. 2 weeks in a row now. Over Doom. Devastating uppercut wins the match. As we see highlights from the match. This is where we picked it up from. But the uppercut, a very, very dangerous move, massive uppercut, finishes it off. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is the 3 count. And Cesaro picks up the win. And Kings of Wrestling make it 2 wins over Doom over the last 2 weeks. And surely put themselves in the tag team title picture over the next few weeks. It'll be interesting to see what happens with these in the next few weeks coming up. Your winners tonight, Kings of Wrestling. As backstage Bulldog with our women's champion Megan, saying Megan, Sydney was found out cold on the floor, and the question is 3 title match in 3 nights, and you have someone laying women out. Megan saying, you see Bulldog, 3 nights I have to deal with 3 other women in the ring. I don't have time to deal with some nutter running around hitting us women here. Who is it? Who is hitting these women? This is what I want to know. When are we going to find out who this is? Was it Molly Holly? Everyone thought it was Molly Holly. Then, we've seen everybody knocked out so far. Women's champion says it could be her next year. Says it won't be me next. I will make sure of it. Well, now, does that put her in the front of it? Is it really Megan doing all this knocking out round here? As we now go through the card coming up in the next few days. This is Unforgiven's card. We start off with a pre-show. Joe Harvey versus Fandango is your pre-show match. Leading on to the Tag Team Championship match, it is the Spotlight versus the Shield. It is Danny Jackpot, Osha Jax versus the Shield. Roman Reigns at ringside. You've got to be careful of him, as it's Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins will be in the ring. Big tag team match coming up. And the European Championship is on the line. Adrian Phoenix won it last week over Corey Graves. The rematch is this Sunday. It should be very interesting, especially as Adrian has got 2 victories over Corey Graves in recent times. So this should be a very, very interesting match of the European Championship. Again, the Tag Team Championship is on the line. We've just seen it, but we'll see it again. It is Osha Jax, remember, and Danny Jackpot again taking on Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. Coming up, the United States Championship is on the line. Big E Langston, who won the Fatal 4-Way last week, and then against Zack Starr, who attacked him after the match, and Big E Langston asked for the match at Unforgiven. He's got it, and Zack Starr has a chance at the United States Championship this Sunday. And of course, the championship match we know is now a cage match. The Miz versus Daniel Cage in a cage for the world title this Sunday. It should be a very interesting match between these two. As I say, Daniel Cage has had the upper hand in recent weeks. Will he walk out the champion? As we see the United States champion in singles action next, he takes on the Professor, Yuri Watson. That is up next, and it's on Smackdown. Big E Langston coming to the ring, our United States champion. Won the title last week here on Smackdown in the elimination 4-way match, where he beat Rom, Connor Rhodes and Zack Starr. And Zack Starr came back after the match and attacked our champion, hit him with the belt. So Zack, as I say, Big E asked for a match at Unforgiven. He says he doesn't care if the title's on the line, he just wants to get his hand on Zack Starr. And he did some of that on Raw. If you remember, he was in the tag match this Monday night. Him and Daniel Cage teamed up against The Miz and Zack Starr as the Professor. Yuri Watson comes to the ring. Not had really that much success, but is a very dangerous individual. The Professor, Yuri Watson, said backstage that if win over the United States champion tonight, he should be included in the match on Sunday. And he was telling anyone that really would listen to him that a win tonight would be a kickstart to bigger things. The Professor, Yuri Watson, coming into the ring. Lost a qualifying match on Raw where he lost to Mark Russ. He called very lucky, and we will see Mark Russ again down the line. That would be an interesting matchup to say the least, but it is our United States champion Big E Langston against the Professor here on Smackdown, as Langston goes behind into the headlock, armbar, and then a big belly-to-belly suplex. We have heard tonight that Zack Starr is not in the arena again. The GM has said, well, he's already banned Daniel Cage tonight. He has also banned Zack Starr from the arena tonight, saying Sunday night is where the championships will be on the line. There will be no confrontation tonight. It's a big clothesline out of the corner from Big E Langston. Watson trying to come back, but blocked. Langston been in control. Big slam. Scoop and a slam onto the canvas. Watson not had much so far in the way of offense. And who does really against this man? Big E Langston, a very big individual. Goes in, and again, big clothesline out of the corner. Takes him down. I think after Zack Starr hit him last week, it's just made this big man even really more angry, and you really do not want to do that. As Watson tries to get some offence in now, Zack Starr is as he comes back, Langston back with a big clothesline and a big over belly to belly over back suplex. As Smackdown continues for different reasons, we'll be back in just a short few seconds. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Quick edit, and Langston and Yuri Watson in a singles match, non-title, here on Smackdown, as Watson thrown into the corner. Are we going to see the clothesline? There it is! Another big clothesline out of the corner. Watson really not been in this match at all, but would you, well, I don't think many people are going to be better than get the better over Big E Langston. He's taking down Langston. Don't give him a chance to recover. Nope, throws him in to the barrier. And again, oh, good reversal in a little forearm to the back. Watson needs more of them as he throws Langston back in the ring. And then what? Langston just throws him Watson over the top rope. Big match. And then throws him into the barrier. A lot of, but then a big swinging neckbreak out of nowhere. Watson now has control, drops the knee down, and just in the blink of an eye, Watson, but then, oh dear, that's just made Langston more mad. You just do not want to do that. Bit of chasing and out the ring. Langston telling Watson to come out, saying Watson really silly does go out. Watson now drops down again, and then into the barrier again goes Watson. He has really took a pounding in this one. Watson again into the barrier. Oh, this could be trouble. Again into the barrier. Big headbutt. Takes Watson down. As Langston's back in the ring, stops the count. As Watson runs round. Gets back into the ring himself. Now come back out and again Langston is able to cut him off at the pass. And throws him again into the barrier. It's about 6 or 7 times. And again, his back must be taking a big beating. Oh no. Through the barrier. Watson is taken down. Big E shows his power. As the referee continues to count, Langston back in the ring. And I do not think he's going to get back out this time. Watson is struggling to get up. The Professor is really in trouble here. Put through the barrier. The referee up to an 8 count. There's 9. And there's 10. And that is it. He's going to throw this one out. Our United States champion wins by count out. And the Professor, Yuri Watson, is counted out. After being put through the barrier, he was not getting back up from that one. Especially after being thrown in the barrier about 8 or 9 times in this match. Our United States champion has won the match by count out and goes into his match with Zack Starr on at Unforgiven for the United States Championship with a win. Big E Langston picking up the win tonight on Smackdown over the Professor. And it should be a very interesting match with him and Zack Starr at Unforgiven on Sunday night. For your winner tonight by count out, our United States champion, Big E Langston. Big win for him, as that is the end of part 3 of Smackdown. Sorry, part 2 of Smackdown. We'll be back in just a short few seconds with part 3.